Hi, I'm Steve Murphy, and welcome to the Insider Exclusive. Today, we have some breaking headline legal news. It's a story in Northern California called Crisis in Los Osos. Stay tuned.
They actually, I believe, deceived the citizens into believing they were going to get the most cost-effective project.
The use of the regulatory power by this agency to attempt to affect the vote of the people is truly outrageous.
They put in the orders and sent out letters to each one of them that if the 218 didn't pass, they would be subject to enforcement.
I have received a notice of violation, which is the water board telling me I can't effectively flush my toilet after 2011 if we don't have a project in place.
We have a number now. Our number is R3-2006-1041. That's our new identification. That tells us that we are guilty of living in our home in Los Osos.
I am very pleased to have with us the president of an organization that is fighting what's going on in Los Osos. Gail McPherson, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us the name of your organization.
The organization's name is the Citizens for Clean Water, but also the Prohibition Zone Legal Defense Fund.
And why does your organization exist in the first place?
Well, the Prohibition Zone Legal Defense Fund exists because the Water Board has drawn a line around an area of our community and cordoned it off for disciplinary action and prosecution.
Okay, well, let me put this in layman's terms here. You live in a city called Los Osos, right?
Yes.
Which is by San Luis Obispo, right?
It's paradise. It's halfway between San Francisco and Los Angeles.
It's
right on the coast.
It's the Gold Coast.
Yes, it's
right?
beautiful.
A lot of retirees live there?
Absolutely.
And you're one of them, right?
Yes, I'm a retired wastewater professional.
Okay, and up until now, the sewage system has been septic tanks. Is that correct?
Yes, the entire community is on septic tanks.
And the state wants to change that over to a sewage system, correct?
Yes.
Which is all good and fine and dandy.
That's right.
In theory.
Yes.
There are two water boards, the regional one and the state one. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And both of them kind of, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, have gone behind the scenes and awarded a contract to a company that has come in with a humongous figure, correct?
Yes.
To build a sewage treatment plant or build a sewer system. And they want the citizens to pay for this. And all you guys want to do is get a better operating system at a lower price. Is that correct?
Well, that's correct. I need to clarify one thing, and that is in 2005, this mega system was slated for the middle of town. So we were part of a technical task force at the time in 2004, 2005, and we uncovered that this was going to be a very, very expensive, unsustainable, unaffordable project. And so with the project flaws, we brought them to the attention of the state.
And you are a retired water person, aren't you?
Yes.
So when you say the project flaws, you know what you're talking about.
That's right. This was a group of scientists and engineers that formed as a watchdog on the project. And when we brought that to the attention of the Water Board, they already had a loan from the agency, the local agency, to fund this. And they would not pull that loan. And so we went ahead and had a recall election. We recalled the leaders. And
you kicked them out.
Yes, and we put together a better project.
More affordable.
More for half the price.
And the reason I'm bringing up more affordable is because the residents have to pay for this, don't they?
Absolutely.
So the state system, or the one that originally was in place, you guys would be paying about $300 a month, is that correct?
Yes.
Versus what?
$154.
So half of that. Okay, you put together a better program, you got better leaders in, now it seems like everything should be okay.
It should be okay, except within 4 months after the recall election, the state was slapping individual fines, orders for fines on the individuals in the community, property owners.
So in other words, and we're going to have some of these people on our show,
Yeah.
the state, as I understand it, they actually went to court and got some cease and what kind of orders?
They're called cease and desist orders.
Yes.
The first thing they did was, and they had this prepared before the recall election was even certified.
Right.
They had fines against the local agency where we had new leaders elected. And they said we're going to fine you out of existence.
When they say cease and desist, they are saying that they're polluting the ground. Is that correct?
Right.
With
That's
their
right.
septic tanks.
Yes.
Which they're not, are they?
Well, they don't have conclusive evidence of that,
Yes.
but no one is against sewering the community.
They're fining the people, aren't they?
They fined the CSD $6.6 million in the first month.
And they're fining individual homeowners, what, $5,000
Well,
a day?
they have the power to fine them. They
haven't
haven't
done
fined
that.
them yet, but they have the power to fine them $5,000 a day.
So let me ask you something. I mean, this sounds like a nightmare. This seems
It
like
is.
an Aaron Brockovich case, you know, that I may bring to a couple of my friend lawyers, all right? But the point is, there seems to be a great injustice going on. They're making you
Yes.
pay for a system that's overpriced. They're making you have come up with a better idea. You have put people in place. You have passed legislation, have you not? A bill was passed?
Well, a bill was supposed to be passed to help us to get the lower cost system.
Yeah.
But in fact, what they've done is they've set it up so the same company is coming in and working with another company to deliver the same project at the same price.
So
And
really,
that's-
it's the same thing.
Yes.
And in other words, they are not letting the public speak for what they want. Now, I understand that passed with a 70% margin, didn't it?
Well, this is the issue. 5,000 homes, property owners with
Yeah.
15,000 people in them, were required to vote on a 218 assessment. That's
Okay.
that's an assessment to lien their homes for about $25,000 apiece
Right.
to pay for a system. They weren't told what system they were going to get, and they were told this was not a cap on the
Right.
the cost. What they did is they put in the orders and sent out letters to each one of them that if the 218 didn't pass, they would be subject to enforcement.
Okay.
And
Now-
so this was a coerced vote.
If you're going to fine me 5,000 or 500 bucks a day, yeah, I'm going to have to move out. Simple as that.
Based upon receiving that communication, you felt that that was something that was asking you to vacate your home?
It's what I would have to call a catch-22. I cannot build a sewer system for the entire community. If I can't do that, and I can't satisfy the requirements of the board, what other alternative is there?
This is absolutely insane what's going on in Los Osos. Okay, so I want to have you give out your website and your phone number, please, one
Okay.
more time.
The website is Prohibition Zone Legal Defense Fund, and it's the initials PZLDF.org. And the phone number is 805-534-1913.
Okay. Well, listen. Best of luck to you. We're going to try to get this out everywhere because what's going on with you is criminal. You know, and it should really be looked at. And big business is not going to win this one. Not if I can help it. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being on the show. I appreciate you coming here.
I incorporate by reference all the confusion, all the consternation, all the sleepless nights, all the fear, all the desperation, all the grief, all the excruciating indignation, all the numb disbelief, all the humiliation, all the physical, mental, and emotional distress, and all the time lost, never to be retrieved, brought before this board. How many thousands of workers, business owners, professionals, retirees, working students, and people from all walks of life who contribute to the infrastructure of this entire county, who live in homes in the Prohibition Zone with septic tanks fully permitted by San Luis Obispo County, must walk away in 2011 if the RWQCB determines that Los Osos has failed to make reasonable progress toward a wastewater treatment facility. I don't know how many, but the RWQCB should know. Where will they go?
I want to thank you very much for watching our show. You can catch more of these shows at www.insiderexclusive.com. Come back again.